back to the Odyssey. I am Mike Odyssey. My friends, I'm not sure if you know, but we're living in the most exciting times to be a Nintendo fan. And I'm not just talking about the upcoming games like the brand new Zelda game, Metroid Prime 4 announced for 2025, Donkey Kong coming in January, and the rest of the upcoming games for this year. But I'm talking about that trailer that any moment Nintendo could drop on their YouTube channel for the Nintendo Switch 2. It is imminent, and there's nobody that can deny this since Nintendo themselves have confirmed it. Let's go ahead and start talking about it. But before, if you are new here, you can tell we're almost there at 50K. Check this clip out, a little bit about me. If not, you can use the timestamp below to skip through to the main topic. Before we get into this video, I would love to ask for your subscription, but not just ask, I will put in the work for you, because here we have Monday through Friday news every single day, Odyssey News, where we talk about everything inside the world of Nintendo. We have products and we have reviews. And other than that, in the personal side, I am a big advocate for disabilities because I myself am legally blind. My daughter has autism, so I am a big advocate for disabilities and people with autism as well. So if this sounds like a place you would love to subscribe to, I would love for you to be part of the family. Hit that subscribe button and that bell for notification and join our amazing family here at the Odyssey. Thank you in advance for your subscription, and let's get into the news. All right, my friends, I'm glad you are here joining me in this discussion video because I am interested in knowing what you guys think. How are you guys feeling with the landscape of Nintendo now and what we have heard Nintendo will do? We're talking about Nintendo Switch 2, the transition. How will they transition? What is coming from here till then? And how big of an impact will this be on us as fans? We know there is something on its way. Nintendo has confirmed a couple of things regarding what will happen in the upcoming months, right? We're talking about from this point today until March of 2025, which is basically, I would say 6 to 8 months, right? If I'm not mistaken, math is hard, but we are on our way there. And from here to then, we will hear from Nintendo, I believe this year, on what they have planned coming next, right? The first clue is, and of course it's not really a clue, it's more like a confirmation, straight from Nintendo President Shintaro Furukawa, who mentioned that we will be receiving information on the next gen system in phases, right? And so this came right after he mentioned that, yes, guess what, guys? We are hoping to reveal the system, or we are going to reveal the system this fiscal year. The fiscal year, my friends, if you are unfamiliar with the Nintendo fiscal year, well, it ends in March and it starts in March. Basically, it ends in April, right? April of the year, and then it starts in March. And that's what Nintendo considers a fiscal year, which is basically how they track their sales. And it makes it easier for them. They have a meeting around that time to update their shareholders and give them all the good information. And so that's why we always get like an event right before that, which is the Nintendo Direct, because that March, right? February, March, that March, Nintendo has their fiscal meeting and they like to update their shareholders with information on what the games mean for them as investors moving forward. And so that's the reason why we get a February Direct. And so we should expect one in February. Now, will this February Direct be the one dedicated to Switch 2? Will we see the Switch 2 before this Nintendo Direct? And what plans does Nintendo have? We know that with the Nintendo Switch, they released the first trailer in October of the year prior to the Nintendo Switch releasing, right? The Nintendo Switch, the first one, released in 2017 on March 3rd, okay? The first trailer for the Nintendo Switch was released in October of 2016. So if we count from the very first reveal trailer, the very first time we saw the actual system it's October, November, December, January, February, and March. 6 months from reveal to release. So that itself, Nintendo told us that they will be showing us the system this fiscal year in phases. What is phase one? The trailer, right? And so from the moment the trailer is revealed, we can expect to see the system in our hands within 6 months. So if Nintendo, let's say they follow the same trend they did with the Nintendo Switch, which I believe they will, because I don't see Nintendo releasing a system outside or in the middle of the beginning of a fiscal year, since releasing it at the beginning of a fiscal year makes so much sense, because it makes it easier for Nintendo to track the sales per fiscal year. For example, if let's say a birthday was in January, right, of a friend of yours, that it will be easier for you to remember their birthday because the year is starting in January. The very first month is your friend's birthday. And so that, okay, this entire year passed. Oh no, we're January again. It's my friend's birthday, right? And so it's easier for Nintendo to track those sales per fiscal year at the beginning of it. That way they can say, okay, this fiscal year we sold this month. And when they talk about this fiscal year, they talk to you about the entire fiscal year, not to say, oh yeah, we sold in the first half or the later half of the fiscal year, blurpity blurp, right? And so if you look at the Nintendo Switch launch, it makes sense. They released it right at the beginning of the fiscal year for that Nintendo Switch, and so they've been tracking that ever since. I believe Nintendo will follow the same exact pattern, the same exact script they did with Nintendo Switch. One, because Switch was incredibly successful. Two, because it just makes sense and it makes it easier for them. So with that, my prediction is September, we are going to get another Nintendo Direct. No, we will probably not get Nintendo Switch 2 games there. We will get Nintendo Switch games to start off the year. We only got I would say Donkey Kong for January. And so Nintendo still has some games that they've already promised that will be released on Nintendo Switch, even games that we don't know yet about. They said they will continue to serve the Nintendo Switch well into 2025 with games. So this September Nintendo Direct could be dedicated to more ports, maybe The Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker's, Twilight Princess, and other different games, ports that Nintendo might make it over. Maybe Mario Odyssey 2, Mario Galaxy 2 in this Nintendo Direct. There's so much possibility, but I believe this Nintendo Direct in September will not be Switch 2 related. And I think then in October, that's when they will drop that trailer for Nintendo Switch 2 alongside a price drop for Nintendo Switch. This will make it a lot more attractive for people to buy Nintendo Switch games for the kids on the holiday season, or for those people who have not purchased a Nintendo Switch, they can purchase it at a little lower price and be able to have access to the entire library of games that are already on Switch. Now, if I didn't own one and they lowered the price, I would purchase it just because I like to collect systems, and to have a brand new system at a lower price, man, what a bundle, what a deal, right? And so they should lower the price in October, then drop the Nintendo Switch 2 trailer. Now my question goes to you guys. What do you guys think about what I just said? Maybe it sounds like nonsense. Maybe it makes sense. Let me know. I mean, I value everyone's opinions on the channel. Guess what? This is a discussion video. And so we can discuss it below and I can respond to your comments. I read a lot of comments that make so much sense. And sometimes I go back, you know what? I agree. And I take what I said back sometimes, But that's the great thing about the discussion. We learn from each other, we grow from each other, and we just have fun talking about the best subject in the world, Nintendo. All right, friends, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow at the Nintendo Podcast live here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time as we talk about some Nintendo topics. I mean, maybe that horror game that Nintendo just released the trailer for, which is crazy. All right, friends, never give up. Journey on. Peace.